Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I'm so sorry about last week's live. I'll definitely try to make a catch up one this week. And I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And, and you guys are also, well, happy and well. All right, I'm gonna get everyone in. Give me a couple of minutes before we start. Oops. All right, how have you all been doing? And I know, this topic is, quite intense. So we will do something light-hearted for next week. The energies have been very, very intense. December has been a month of a lot of, I would say, you may have experienced a lot of intensity. You may have encountered make or break situations. It is, some of you guys might have been going through the ascension flu, so a lot has been going on. Literally, December has been a month of complete change. It has been a month where you guys have been like, you may have been feeling all sorts of feelings and emotions. So, yes. All right. So show me that you guys are here. Throw in your comments. Tell me what you guys think about this month. And I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. You celebrated with family. And I hope it has been a good week. I know many of y'all may have been traveling, visiting family and stuff, and I hope you guys all had an amazing Christmas. So, back to the energies. It has been very intensive, very intense. December has just been a month of various challenges, things that you didn't expect to surface are all coming up. You may find yourself going back and forth, trying to find an anchor point, trying to figure out what is the best way forward. So, a lot is happening, and hey, Moni. Yes, I am in for tonight. Yes, I know I missed the live last week. I was like trying to do it throughout the week. So I'll kind of like do a catch up one, like probably midweek, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Let's see how that goes. We'll keep you guys updated. I know it's very late there. And of course, if you guys want a channeling, I will do it later. So for now, those of you are here, say hi, tell me that you guys are here. And today we've got a very, very interesting topic as well: divine masculine rejection and how to handle it, and what is the best way to move forward as well. And yes, so back to the energies. So yeah, so the whole of 2024 has been extremely challenging. Many of you all may have feel like you've been tested, extremely tested. December has been a month about cycles ending, major changes. A lot of things have come to the surface, and a lot of things have um, a lot of things have like completely. Yes, Moni, I've added you to the channeling list as well. Definitely. Yes. So back to the energies of this month. Yeah. So yeah, it has been really, really energetically. It has been just intense. So you may have found yourself releasing a lot, especially the last 2 weeks. You may have found yourself clearing intensively, releasing emotions. So it has been quite a whirlwind, an emotional ride, even. Some of y'all may be rethinking your journey. You may be thinking, hey, what should I do? Some of y'all may have your perspective shifted, changed as well. So, yes, so it has been a very intensive month, but things are going to get better with 2025, which I'll do a special live on that hopefully in a couple of days. So for now, show me that you guys are here, and if you guys have any questions before I move on, let me know as well. All right. Also, guys, I've got a special 2025 Twin Flame Healing. If you guys are interested, I'll highly, highly, highly recommend you guys to book a spot. It can be done on New Year's Day itself or the week. So let me know. It's going to be a very powerful healing, and it's going to be be wonderful for a new start as well. All right. With that, what is divine masculine rejection? Well, divine masculine rejection can come in all shapes and forms. Divine masculine rejection is one of the worst pain one can ever deal with, because it can just tear you apart. Because as twin flames, you're dealing with the other half of your soul. So when you are literally being rejected by your divine masculine, it's like you're being ripped apart. And often divine masculine rejection can be very, very cutthroat. You know, it can be very mean, it can be very um, difficult to handle, unlike other relationships where you can just completely like move on. So when it comes to divine masculine rejection, it can just be extremely, extremely, extremely painful. And there are no words that can ever describe what it is, um, what it is like. So it's one of those um, situations where there is nothing much you can do except to surrender, you know, and also to recognize that this is how how things are as well. And it's also to shift your focus inward. And there's a lot of things that come up where, especially when you're dealing with divine masculine rejection, and one of the biggest things that would come up is you accepting how things have mapped up, for instance. So let's look at the pain. So when your divine masculine, point blank, tells you that he's not interested in you, or it's never going to work, or doesn't have feelings for you, or he doesn't reply you, or he blocks you, or pushes you away, especially after you have had a very close period together, especially after you guys have spent a lot of time with each other. And when you have gone through so much, it can be very, very difficult to be just rejected point blank to the face. And another thing that follows often with the rejection is separation and the no contact period. And often, it may go on for a long period. It might go on um, indefinitely, and it can really be heartbreaking. It can be very heart triggering as well. It could be such that you may spend years trying to figure out why this happened and why things happen the way they happen. And it's like you're just cracking your head and you're just trying to figure out what is the best way forward, so you're just like going back and forth trying to figure out. So you're going to spend a lot of time trying to figure out the why, trying to figure out why your DM actually did what he did, why he has pushed you away, why he made you feel the way you're feeling, and everything that surrounds that. You may also start to wonder, why is it that this is affecting you so much than any other thing in your life? Why is it that this journey is taking over you and you're just not able to navigate through it or navigate out of it? And often what follows is the dark night of the soul. It will begin with how you are in periods of denial. You're trying to understand what's going on, because the energies and the words your DM uses often won't flow with. So that is one of the like biggest um you're just trying to like figure it all out, like what it is that is happening and what it is that is going on. And another thing is, you can't just like leave the journey and move on and pretend that it never existed as well. If not, it's not even a twin flame journey to begin with, right? So, dealing with divine masculine rejection is going to be very, very intense and very, very difficult. But eventually, you are going to find your coping mechanism and you're going to be able. So, what it actually does is it makes you focus inward and focus on God, because you're trying everything else to figure out, hey, what is going on? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? What is exactly happening to my situation? Why is it that I have to go through this? Why is it that I am feeling so much at loss? Why am I feeling so much pain? Why am I so much wise, right? Like you're just trying to like figure it all out. So this is exactly the point that you've got to surrender, because there is nothing much you can actually do except for the fact that your DM decides to come back when he decides to come back. Besides that, there is nothing you can do to persuade him otherwise. He's just not going to come back. Especially in like extreme situations. Example, if you have been blocked, or if your DM has point blank told you, he's never going to talk to you again, it might be really, really hard. It could be one of those situations you guys might not even come back into contact in this lifetime. But having said that, that's really, really extreme, and anything can happen, anything can change. Most importantly, surrender, 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 and put your faith in God. Trust God. Just trust that God has your back and you will be able to pull through this no matter what. And also to realize that it is making you stronger. Everything that you're dealing with, everything that you're going through, it's actually making you stronger. So that is the reason why you just have to, try your best and surrender. So the initial phase is going to be the hardest, because you're going to be in shock for a very long period of time. You'll be like, hey, why would he do this to me? Why did my divine masculine reject me? Why did he just push me away? Why did he do what he did? And you're going to be like, just trying to figure it out, trying to you're going to try to make sense of it. So you're just going to be in deep shock. You're going to be, this is the time you're going to be like Googling for answers. You're going to be like searching everywhere. You're going to be like looking through forums, looking through other people's experiences, trying to figure out what it is. And often it's also during this stage that many of you realize, hey, you could be in a twin flame relationship, in a twin flame situation. Another thing is you may think that, hey, time will heal all wounds and you will feel better and you won't feel um, this heaviness anymore. But that's the thing. Only in a twin flame connection, it doesn't get better, it only gets worse. The pain of separation increases by the day instead of decreasing. So, despite everything that you're trying to do, despite everything that you're trying to feel and trying to figure out, you will find yourself back in square one. So, often during this phase is when you build this connection with God. This is when you start to completely surrender. This is when you start telling the universe, hey, guide me, help me figure this out, help me understand what's going on. And this is often the start of your evolution, start of significant changes that you will be. Excuse me, guys, my throat is completely off. Apologize for that. So yes, as I was saying, so that is what's going to happen. And this is going to lead you to a period of deep, deep, deep grief as well. Because you may feel like your whole life has no meaning, your whole life has no purpose, you won't have the willpower to do anything. You will just feel like you just want to forget your DM. You just don't want to be in this at all. So in a way, this is when you have to shift your perspective and and look at it this way. The universe is just pushing you towards the brim so that you will embark on this journey of intense self-realization and growth. So this is just going to break you apart, and often this is considered to be one of the most painful stages in your twin flame journey, the divine masculine rejection that is followed by the separation, and how you have no control over the situation at all. So this is a test for you to know that there is nothing you can do, at least for that moment. All you can do is you can keep sending love to your DM in 5D. You can keep trying to heal yourself. You can keep trying to ask God what's going on. These are the only things you can do. You can also create a discipline, a spiritual discipline, yoga, meditation, something that gives you a routine to help you to adjust to this new position in your life. So it is heartbreaking. It is completely heart wrenching not being able to just figure out what is happening and what is this that you're going through and what it is that you're trying to feel. And sometimes you're even wondering, why would I even choose to be in a journey like this? Why does love hurt so much? Why can't you just have a happy, normal, consistent, stable, nurturing love? Like, why do you have to be tested in this area of life, and all of that follows? You'll also start to wonder what it is that is happening to you. So this brings you to the second part of your journey, you know, when you are dealing with divine masculine rejection. is the acceptance phase. You have accepted things are the way they are. There's nothing much you can do. If you try to communicate, you're just going to be blocked, going to be ignored, or you're just going to be pushed away. So you have to view the entire journey in terms of energy. You have to like think about it in a very energetic perspective. What is going on? What are you experiencing? What are you feeling? Why is this happening to you? And how long are you going to be stuck in this phase of grief and pain and regret? Another big part is, what if I had done things differently? What if I had behaved differently? What if I had done things differently? The what if is just going to make it worse. You just have to be like, whatever happened, happened for a reason. It is part of the journey, and you can only affect the now. And even in affecting the now, you can only help yourself. There is nothing in the world that can make your DM come to you unless he decides it himself. So it is one of those things that you got to like really like think about it in phases. You got to be like dealing it in phases. All right. So, hi Sarah. I'm good. Yes, I'm live now. Moni is like, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what I did wrong. Did I have bad breath, bad kisser, or what made him leave, etc. Yeah, exactly. Because it's nothing to do with any of that. So your mind is just going to make you wonder. It's going to like just, yeah. So thanks, Moni, for sharing that, because it's a very very crucial uh, part of your journey to understand that you're not really at fault. Like whatever happened has happened. There is nothing that you could have done differently that would have created a different outcome. Good evening, Karen. And Karen says good evening to everyone. So yes. So trying to figure out, or trying to like change the past, trying to be like, hey, is there something that I could have done? Is there something that I could remember? In a twin flame connection, energies don't lie. So no matter how much you may want to portray a different image, or you may want to portray a different part of yourself to your divine masculine, it's just not going to work. It's just going to, in fact, it's going to backfire and make things worse. And of course, like Moni says, you will start questioning every interaction you had with your DM. Could it be that? Could it be this? Could it be? And it can be a very it's such a painful path to like go through the what ifs as well. Another big thing is thinking that, hey, if I had done this differently, or if I had behaved differently, or if I had said something differently, my DM would be with me right now. No, it's not like that as well. Again, it's all in the energies. What was meant to happen had to happen. And also, that whole pain of loss, because what you're feeling is next level, not something that you've never felt with anyone else before. And that's what makes this journey harder and harder, because you're just trying to like figure out, hey, what it is that's happening, what it is that's going on. Like, why do you have to experience this? Why is there so much pain in this journey? Why is there so much suffering? Why? There's so much whys, like even whys that you had never addressed your whole life. They would all be like coming to the surface, because the reality is divine masculine rejection hurts. It breaks. It puts you in a state where you would feel like you can never recover from this. Actually, it's true. Divine feminines never quite recover from divine masculine rejection until there is union, or until there is a significant spiritual growth that you experience until you are able to, because what actually happens with divine masculine rejection is that you feel like you are rejecting yourself, and that is the worst pain ever, right? So it's also something to look within. How have you been treating yourself? How have you been seeing yourself? Have you been rejecting yourself? Been have you not been loving yourself? So the answers are within, to a certain aspect, because your divine masculine actually becomes a complete mirror in a situation like this, because he's trying to show you that you are not paying attention to yourself. You're not showing enough love to yourself. You're just not being yourself in any regard. You're just, so it is a journey about bringing back who you are, your divine self, recovering your self worth, feeling confident in your skin, admiring yourself, loving yourself. So that is what it is meant to do. The divine masculine rejection is to shift the focus towards you, because you may have not been paying attention to yourself for a very long time. Guys, if you have questions, please throw them in. I know this is something that everyone goes through in their twin flame journey at some point or another, and everyone knows that it's one of the most nerve-wracking, painful places to be in regards to experiencing this. The pain is just, it's like you have no purpose, you have no reason to live. That's how it can be. But eventually, when you find your footing, when you find your rhythm, when you find your coping mechanism, you will realize that, hey, it was all part of a bigger purpose. Another big question is, why does the divine masculine reject? Like, why would he do that to you? Why would he be so mean to you? Why would he push you away? Why? So often, this is what happens. You're having so much like whys, like why. The reason is so much. It's like it's the energies. Often the divine masculine feels extremely overwhelmed by all the interactions he has with you energetically. It becomes too much for him to handle, because he's like, he has never experienced this before. So it really puts him in a state whereby he's not able to like understand what is going on and why he's feeling the way he's feeling, what he is experiencing, and what is like going on with him. So in a way, the rejection hurts him too. It's not like he rejects you and is living happily ever after. No, in a true twin flame situation, he is suffering as much as you. Um, and he's going through the pain of separation. He's going through everything that you are going through in his own divine masculine way. So, guys, I'm going to open the floor to questions, and if you guys have any questions, ask me, and any comments about this, throw them in as well. And then after that, we will do some live channeling. So, all right. So, to wrap up the topic, how do you handle this? Number one, surrender to God. Surrender. That's the only way you can survive this divine masculine rejection, because no matter what you try, it will lead you back to yourself. If not, the pain is going to just keep growing. The only way is like literally crying out to God, crying out, asking, why is it that you are in this journey? Why is it that you have to go through this? Number two is to develop a routine, because initially the period of shock is going to go on for a while. And due to this, you may feel like, you're going around and round and round and round in circles. And you may be, you know, doing everything you can to like repair the connection, to recover the connection. You may be trying every single thing you can to try to like navigate through what is happening. So in a way, you're like fully trying to embrace this new reality of being rejected. And often you may have never been rejected in your life, the way your divine masculine rejects you. So you have to be kind to yourself during this period. So you got to, even though it's completely unavoidable to like blame yourself as to why this is happening, why you're going through what you're going through, it's also vital to understand that whatever happened had to happen, you know. So in a way, it's also about letting go of letting go, and also understanding there is nothing much you can do at this point. Whatever happened had to happen. There has to be like a divine reason behind it. So that's how you see it. And finally, completely um, trying to develop a routine, not making major life changes, not like, of course, the initial couple of weeks is going to be like you have no willpower to literally do anything. You might just find yourself, kind of being stuck. So that will happen. And all right, I was just checking. I thought I froze for a bit. And then after that, the most important thing is to also bring the focus inward. What is it that you can change within your life that will help you ascend spiritually? What are some of the spiritual qualities you can adapt? What are certain spiritual things you can do? So you could probably say, hey, I'm going to try to meditate a couple of minutes every day to center myself. I'm going to connect with nature more. I'm going to do some grounding. I'm going to like walk barefoot and connect to Mother Earth and feel the energies going through to me. Um, you may also be trying to, another thing that you could do that will help is, you can try to exercise the pain, do certain things, or even partake in adventures, that will try to just push your boundaries. So if there's any fears that you're dealing with, this would be the time to completely push yourself, push your limits. Salt baths can be helpful. Um, Taking a dip in the ocean can be very, very, very helpful as well. And remember, only time will heal everything. All right. Oops. Yeah, I thought I froze for a moment, guys. Sorry. All right. So, these are some of the ways to cope, and definitely we will touch on this topic further next year as well, because there is a lot to address in this. And I know it's quite late for those of you all who are there. So, you know, so I'm going to open the floor to questions, and then we can address some of them, and then I will do the live channeling. So, this is my list. So I've got Irene, Jordan, Tracy, Shilpi, Jennifer, Shay, Rachel, Goodney, Moni, and Diana. Actually, mostly from last week because I didn't do a live last week. So, yes. Anyway, guys, I will try to do another live to catch up, to make up for last week. Probably, midweek, and it could be a special 2025 channeling as well. All right. All right, guys, do you have any questions about today's topic? If not, I'm going to go right into the life. So, in summary, deep, dealing with divine masculine rejection can be one of the hardest things ever you would have experienced in your life. And everybody's journey is unique. So, sometimes certain things that work for one may work for another. It's eventually finding your own coping mechanism. It's about your own relationship with God. It's about your own, it's how you're dealing with rejection, how you are learning to surrender, how you're learning to detach. So you're actually undergoing like major changes in a short span of time. And you will also notice that time flies by, and the pain doesn't change. It's just getting more and more and more and more intense, to the point where you have no choice but to surrender. So that is how it is, guys. Dealing with divine masculine rejection, it is one of the worst, it is one of the most painful, but you guys have got this. Whichever part of the journey you are in, remember that God is there for you. God will protect you, and you will survive this journey with the blessings of God and the universe. And also remember, rejection is temporary, and eventually you guys will get into union. And another thing is, you will also notice that you are going through an intense period of soul level change that is occurring in your life, and this is what's causing you to feel this immense shift in the journey in itself. So that's the reason why, and this will lead you to a much better. All right. Yes, all right. I think I'm freezing. That's the reason why I'm losing. All right. Yes, as I was saying, any amount, guys, you can send a tip at any amount and I will add you guys. All right. I think I'm back on. Yes. So,